Willie's being a menace right now because there's like a pizza box in the trash that he knows is there, and he like keeps trying to access it. But right now he's just behind me. There was this dude. His name was, let me see, Haruchika Miyagi, and he was like this normal kid who like liked technology. He had like a small business he was like getting off. He like was active on social media, like all of them, like every platform he was on, he would like post videos, tutorials on like different things he knew about, like motivational things he would post, and like all that stuff. He was just super active and like a normal person. And then in 2015, he posted this final Facebook post, and it said, "The power of giving is important. Want to give as much as possible. It's called karma." And then he disappears. He's just gone. And like nobody knew where he went. He didn't tell anybody. He just disappeared. And where he went was, let me see how far actually, was 565 miles away. So he was from American Fork, I think that's in Utah. And he ended up in a small town in Dewey, Arizona, that's on top of Mingus Mountain. And it's near a well-known town named Jerome. So it's like a small place that's like away from like a lot of stuff. And it's not the type of place where you just kind of like drive straight, like, and you don't know where you're going and you just like end up there. It's not like that. It's like you had to like intend to go there because there's like very elaborate and like pretty apparently scary roads that you have to take that bring you there. And like, and you have to drive on like the sides of like cliffs and shit apparently to get there. And not only that, he took like later on they found out that there's only like two routes he could have taken, and they were both like pretty elaborate routes that like you would have had to plan out, and not, you don't just like go like randomly there. So he goes there, and like the person who wrote this post, by the way, let me credit them. It's on Unresolved Mysteries by user Tara Calico's Bike. And that person actually has been on that drive before, and there's like a lot of drops and like cliffs and stuff like that. And this dude went on like the weirdest ways. Like he took like unpaved roads on purpose and shit like that. Then he decides to take like some side road in his car, and it's like private property, and there's like a house on top of like the hill in like this private property. And he drives up to it, past like the private property sign, no trespassing sign, goes up to the gate, and the lady who lives there is like confused and gets out and sees like what he needs help with. And he asks her like, can I stay here with you? Like, I need a place to stay. And she's like, she just says no in like a nice way. Like she just respectfully says no, that she's not like comfortable having like a stranger in her house. And then he just says okay, and she claims he just like calmly got in his car and drove away. But as he was driving away, before like exiting, he crashed through like one of her gates and just disappeared like out of sight. So she calls the police. She got the type of car, she got the license plate, and she's like, this dude came to my house. I don't know who he was. He asked to stay. When I told him no, he calmly got in his car, started driving away, and then just sped through my gate and disappeared. So the police start searching around, and they find his like Mazda crashed in like this like little ravine type thing, and it's all just like fucking destroyed. Like he just crashed the fuck out of it. And they go in the car and like search through it, and he's not in there. They find out who he is, and they see where his phone had last pinged to like one of the towers, and then he turned his phone off. So he wasn't in like the location where his phone had like last pinged. He had like turned his phone off and probably kept it with him because they couldn't find the phone. And then there was like this other weird thing. A search began looking for where he was, and the dogs couldn't find him. So they couldn't find him. They couldn't find him with cell phone records because he just kept his phone off. And his phone was never turned back on. And then he wasn't seen since. They checked like local hospitals, he wasn't in any. His family said they haven't seen him. And it's just like unknown why he went from out of nowhere, like living a completely normal life, posting every day, like being just like a normal guy, just disappeared 580 something miles away onto a random 8-hour away dirt private road where some lady lives, asking to sleep at her house. Like, why did he end up there? And like, where is he now? If he's alive today, he would be 41 years old if he's still alive. But the question is like, why did he leave Utah in the first place? Why did he make his way hundreds of miles away to some unknown town in Arizona? And then did anyone see him after that? Like, has he been sighted? And if he got lost, like after driving away and crashing in like a random ravine, like why couldn't they find him like nearby? Because he couldn't have gotten very far since the point where they found him. That's like the mystery of Haruchika Miyagi's story. Thanks for watching. Good boy, Willie. He's just sleeping on the floor now.